taking place in a vat that's transparent, what Belousov observed was a spontaneous chemical clock being in operation. The beat was perfect, just like that of a clock, and everything changed from red to blue, from red to blue. That was a spectacular laboratory phenomenon. A spectacular laboratory phenomenon showing both nonlinearity and far from equilibrium versatility. But it was so spectacular that poor Belousov was not able to publish his report on any important journal because people simply did not believe that that was possible. Eventually he ended up publishing in some obscure journal. Another chemist, Jabotinsky, had to rediscover then the reaction and bring it back to the public, and it was only when Prigogine solved the mathematical models that explained what was going on there that this became now consensus science and is now part of any textbook on non-equilibrium chemistry. But it's very important to me that as close as the 50s, no one, the people are there, particularly directors of journals, of scientific journals, have a very hard time to believe that matter, inorganic matter, could spontaneously breathe, could spontaneously pulsate, could have a spontaneous rhythm. These spontaneous rhythms are the kind of nonlinear behavior that arises once we move to far from equilibrium conditions. What is called chaotic dynamics, a very bad choice of term, is one of those other terms that makes me cringe as a philosopher because there's nothing chaotic about it. Chaos basically means randomness, means anarchy, means a complete lack of order. A system under the influence of a deterministic chaotic attractor is, on the contrary, quite ordered. It's just that it's order. It's like it's like the pulsation of the chemical reaction, but a much more complex pulsation. Our heart, for instance, when you see an electrocardiogram, you don't see an exact repetition of the beats as it would be if it was a perfect clock. You see a repetition with variation, repetition with difference, because cardiac cells beating together follow this type of chaotic dynamic.